Do you know what today is? Today is the 24th day of the 6th month of the Chinese lunar calendar. Why is that important? Today is Guanggung Day, the birthday of the god of war. Not that one. He's also known as the god of warriors, worshipped by soldiers, police, and organized crime rings for his sense of honor and fraternity. So what does this have to do with Physical Review, where we look at and celebrate physical releases of games, movies, and much more? Well, on this episode, we're looking at the collector's edition of Total War 3 Kingdoms. The game takes place during the Three Kingdoms period of ancient China, around 220 AD to 280 AD. It features many major historic heroes that you can command, including Guanggung, the mortal name of the god Guanggung. We'll get back to him later. First, let's take a look at the box. It is a really well made red box made of hard cardboard. It has latch and hinges that keeps the lid closed. On top of the lid is the Chinese character for Three Kingdoms printed in golden color. The card sleeve the box is in features the game title. The back of the card sleeve has a list of included contents. One of the sides of the card sleeve has accolades from various media outlets. The opposite side has some fine print and legalese. However, this particular card sleeve was glued together off-centered. Other copies may differ. The box is easy to open. The latch is firm but not hard to release. The lid is held up by a red ribbon on the right, allowing for the art book and the game box to be displayed as it is being opened. There's a landscape art print covering up the styrofoam case of the included statue. This way of storing contents is what I call presentation. The art book and game box could easily be hidden away on the sides of the styrofoam box. The art book is neatly tied down using a pair of ribbon. The game box doesn't need any ribbon to keep it in place because it fits very snugly in the lid, so snug that it damaged a small area on the box itself. The artwork printed on the card box is very beautiful, and it features a few of the major historic figures in the game. It is in the style of an epic ink painting, invoking of the time period. The back is mostly empty, with a small area featuring landscape painting. The inside is a fold-out cardboard disc case. When folded out, the artwork shows the headshots of all the heroes that you can command in the base game. Inside stores 3 install discs, the game and DLC codes, and a map poster. The backing art of the inside of the case is a lightly painted landscape scene. The map poster is identical to the in-game map, and it looks very historic with the ink and painterly style. The names of various regions are the ones used in the time period, so certain places have different names than contemporary time. One major downside of this map is the break in immersion thanks to the lack of Chinese characters. The entire map is labeled in Latin alphabet. I wish they would have used Chinese with smaller romanized text below them. The back has headshots of various heroes and warlords along with their names. The artwork is really well stylized, but it has the same issue as the map. I wish they put in the Chinese name instead of only the romanized names. Bonus points would have been given if they were written in the fancy cursive calligraphy style. The art book is bounded in faux leather in a style similar to how books were bound back during that time period. The front has a stamp print of a tiger on it. It looks good, but I'm not sure why they picked this particular animal. The back is blank. While the book cover looks good, the faux leather is really hard, making it difficult to open, and appreciate the artworks inside. I have the same complaint about the language as the poster, all spelled out in the Latin alphabet. On the other hand, the contents are great if you can get a proper look at it despite how difficult it is to keep the book open. There are character art, some UI art, landscape, and environment art. The very last page has name of everyone on the art team, which is a must for every art book. Next up is the focal point of this collector's edition. It is a Guangong Statue stored snugly in this styrofoam case. The case is bland, but it does its job. The statue is pretty large, standing at the height of 31 cm or a little over 12 inches. It is well sculpted with lots of fine details. The color painted on it helps enhance the shadows and highlights. His beard and bandana are sculpted very lively as they are blown in the wind. This is the best looking video game statue I've seen in person. Maybe because it isn't in full color, or it isn't even meant to be the actual character, but a sculpture of him. The top parts of the halberd came detached, so make sure you read the instruction or you put it on backward like I did. The instruction also say not to put the statue in direct sunlight. I'm not sure what this is made of. It is probably heavy duty plastic, but it feels like lacquer thanks to the paint job. The base is also very heavy unlike most video game statue, so it won't topple easily. The statue has the fierce warrior spirits of an actual idol of worship. If it weren't for the game title on the base, you would be mistaken to think this is a regular statue of worship. However, you can still use it for worship. You can use a picture you printed yourself, so you can use this as well. More detail at the end of the video. If you're interested in the Total War franchise and haven't bought the Three Kingdoms yet, get this collector's edition. Originally, at release, it cost $160. However, at the time of recording, it is being sold on Amazon brand new for $50. If you buy it digitally on Steam right now, it costs $60 without any included DLC. This collector's edition is a real steal at this price. You get a DLC, an art book, and an amazing statue you can worship at after playing through the heroic deeds of Guanggung. If you somehow stumble upon this video and isn't really a gamer and just so happen to worship Guanggung and doesn't have his statue, then buy this collector's edition anyway. Any other Guangong statue costs about the same, so you might as well experience the events that made him into a legend worthy of ascension into godhood. Thank you for watching Physical Review. Let me know in the comments if there are other games collector editions that includes a statue of an actively worshipped god. I'm curious to know if there are others. Until next time, here are the most basic way to properly display the Guanggung statue according to feng shui. If you're displaying the statue at home, you can only put it facing the front door. It can't be placed in any other room. In a home setting, he's a guardian, your own personal supernatural home security guard, warding off evil from the outside world. You can also place him in your place of business as a guardian deity, like one of those security company stickers that you put on the window. Also, don't let him face any other gods or objects of good luck. His defensive power can repel other supernatural forces, including positive attributes.